that's all right. It's me, you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Well, it is Friday. We are here, and so are you, apparently. So let's see. There's a few of you here. Let's see who's all here. We've got Gambit first in the house at 206. Then we have Snorty popping in at 210 or 209. And then Ann Run is here. Hi, Ann Run. And Davey Dredd is here. All right. Outstanding. Good to see you guys. So we're going to be talking about this movie, Thief. And contrary to what you might hear from over here, you know, to my well, on the right side of the screen, I love this fucking movie. I really do. I loved it when it came out, and I went for decades without seeing this movie, and it just delighted me getting to watch it again. I really enjoyed this film, and I am by no means a fan of Tangerine Dream. My late ex-wife was. But I felt they were adequate with some of the stuff they did. I thought that because of all the changes that were made by the studio, the soundtrack for the movie The Keep was just fucking awful. But that's on the studio. And if you didn't know this, Michael Mann has refused to sign off on an HD version of that film. So that's why you've never seen a Blu-ray or a DVD of it with any high definition. All that he's ever had no say in was the SD version that went out on VHS. And I think it's sad. And I think if the studio would just fucking give him the rights to release his director's cut, that might go away. But executives, man, they're fucking assholes. Yeah, sure you are, fishing buddy. I don't think there's a movie in which Chicago cops come off worse than Thief. I agree, and they actually helped make this fucking movie. It's kind of wild. A lot of cops worked on this. This was the first time that Michael Mann worked with. Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted you there, Amelia. Go ahead, finish what your thoughts were. Oh, nothing else? Okay, can I talk now, Amelia? Thanks. So Dennis Farina.
I'm muted, you jerk.
Oh. Dennis Farina got his break with this movie. It's kind of wild, you know, how close he worked with criminals and with cops with this movie. And but I like that about Michael Mann. He really doesn't just make a movie based off of what he thinks. He goes and he finds out about things and learns about these things and works with the people who explain these things. And so much so that James Caan and the team worked directly with a gentleman by the name of Santucci. Was that it? Yeah, Santucci. John Santucci, which is not his real name. That's the name he chose for working on stuff. And he was, of course, a convicted thief, diamond thief, who did shit like this, breaking into safes. And he trained the actors to do that scene, actually all the scenes with the breaking in. And in fact, he tested James Caan at one point to see if he could use the drill to get in, because there are 3 layers in the safe. You have the steel, and then you have a thin sheet of copper that's in there. And on the other side of that is concrete designed for fire. You know, it's high heat concrete. And what ends up happening, if you don't know what you're doing, you try to drill through that door, you'll hit that copper sheet. And what'll happen is it'll corkscrew around the drill bit and kill your fucking drill, and you'll get stuck. And so Santucci made him do it after all of his training, made him actually do it, drill into this door. And he did it perfectly. Caan actually did it right. And the way he exclaimed was like, it was like one of the most exciting, most moments of greatest satisfaction from getting something right that he ever had.
Really learned that stuff. And when his sister had trouble opening her safe in her home, he got that thing open. That's how
he got it open. That's right. You know, all because of Santucci teaching him in this movie. He also went through, even though he is former military, just in case you guys didn't know that, he served during the Korean War period. And he had weapons training in the military, but they really pushed him on the 45. The problem is he uses a technique that bothers me. You see cops using, which is arm extended, which is, you know, it's not the best way to go through a door, having your weapon stuck way out there, because somebody can grab it and you're going to have a harder time fighting them if they grab it. You're trained in, like I told Anima a long time ago, and she started watching this stuff, and she picks up all the things I'm talking about, that the best way to carry a weapon is close to you, like this, with your arms bent, your weapon in close to you. You have better control over the recoil, and if somebody goes to reach the gun, you just do this. Good luck holding onto that weapon when I turn slightly and put my arm into you and then bring it back and shoot you. You know, it's training we had in the military. And but they gave him training in that with this one. The only big criticism I had of his weapon training outside of the extension of the arms was the fact that he looks at his weapon when he reloads. But then again, he's a former Caan. He's not military, at least not in the story. It never says anything about him being military. Caan is great in Gardens of Stone. We did that movie a few months back. It's a good film. I really do. I did like that movie. But Caan, when he popped because the automatic thing that happens to you when you're reloading a magazine on a 45 is you turn the weapon slightly in your hand to where it's now this way with you. And you're supposed to keep it here ready for fire. You release the magazine, it drops, and using your pinky, because you can actually feel the magazine going up into the pistol grip with your pinky. So it guides you in, you slam it, do a quick release on the slide, and you're back to firing again. It's called a mag dump. And it's something that people who really work with automatic weapons, and automatic doesn't mean full automatic. Full automatic means full automatic. Automatic means automatic loading. That's why I hate fucking news people talking about guns. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a semi-automatic. No, it's just an automatic pistol or weapon. Full automatic is something else. One of James Caan's first movies was Lady in a Cage. Yeah, I love that movie, dude. I love that movie where she gets trapped in her own in-home elevator, and a bunch of fucking criminals come into her house, and she's held hostage in the caged elevator.
Oh boy, that is not a movie I want to watch.
No, it's good. It's very good. No, it's very good. It's in black and white. It was shot in 1963, I think, 64. Very good film, Lady in a Cage. I like that film. Glad you brought that up, Slasher Fred. He plays one of the criminals. Yet he ends up dying at the end, as I recall. His character finally gets killed because he's kind of the ultimate not nice guy in that story. And I do like it. The cop movie in general, guys, you feel portrays the accuracy of police work and how corrupt it was back in the 70s and 80s around the country when it came to the police. Yeah. Look, if you didn't know this, a little TV show. By the way, Anthony, hi.
No. Well, when Anthony's trying to well, he's asking. He's not trying shit. He's asking what cop movie do we think represents is the best accurate portrayal?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best cop movies for LA Confidential shows both. Shows the corruption. The movie, I forget, the Hat Squad. It's the one with Nick Nolte. And Chris Penn.
Mulholland Falls.
Mulholland Falls.
He's training in between the 70s and 80s.
I've got more to talk about. Then we had, before there were really good movies, we had a TV show. Now, here's where I was getting ready to explain my way through this. The first attempt to try to modernize the changes in law enforcement, especially in Los Angeles, was when Jack Webb helped produce the show Adam 12. And Adam 12 was trying to show you how LA was trying to clean up its act because they had a bad reputation all the way up into the 50s. So in the 60s, they did this show called Adam 12. But Adam 12 was a G-rated version of law enforcement, very G-rated, family could watch. And then in early 70s, you got a show called Police Story. And it was created by Joseph Wambaugh. And if you want good movies that are realistic, you have to watch in the 70s films that are attached to Joseph Wambaugh. The Onion Field is one of them, but even though the story takes place in the 40s, but he started doing other ones like The New Centurion, the Blue Knight movie, not the TV show. The TV show is good too, don't get me wrong. One had a film actor and the other one had a film actor turned TV, which is George Kennedy playing the same character. And I thought that the movie Blue Knight was really good. And I just love Joseph Wambaugh. You don't get a better police procedural drama writer like Joseph Wambaugh. And you know Joseph Wambaugh because I know Patrick's talked about him a lot on The Chief, Morning Coffee with the Chief, because he's also, just like me, a big fan of Joseph Wambaugh. And Wambaugh is probably the single greatest writer of screenplays and books about law enforcement I've ever seen. Prolific.
My favorite Wambaugh has to be New Centurion.
Yeah, The New Centurions is really good. Ironically, if you ever see the movie, that is one of the first films for Eric Estrada back before he had his teeth fixed. Good film.
And number 2 would be, yes, The Onion Field.
Onion Field, but again, that's about the 40s, but it's still a great procedural film that explains why cops no longer drop their weapon. That movie or that incident is why law enforcement adopted we don't put our weapon down. No. Because of what happened in the Onion Field. So I think that's the best answer I can give, Anthony. As I'm sure will be pointed out, one of the main, I don't want to say that word because it sounds like I'm saying come.
Let's say the characters. They say characters. One of the
characters was a thief and still doing it all the time. By the way, the guy who was their trainer for how to do it, John Santucci, actually plays one of the corrupt cops. He plays Yuritsi, the cop that threatens him and grabs him and threatens him when they have him in custody. Well, of course, you have steal because that's what these do. Yeah. What you have here with this guy in particular is he grew up a certain way and there weren't very many opportunities. And so you end up making opportunities. And one of the quickest way to make opportunities, if you heard any stories about how guys end up in the mob, the mafia, is they grew up on the street and they started out doing petty crime. And petty crime eventually becomes you work for the mob, you clean up your act, or you turn pro, go pro at doing what you do.
We have the Bush Marine.
Yeah, I brought up the Keep already, Bush, but again, I'll mention it to you that there's a reason why it's never been released on HD. You've never seen an HD copy of that movie. It's because Michael Mann blocks it at every turn. He refuses to let them release that on anything higher because that's not his movie. He won't sign off on it. And I say they could eventually get their fucking HD copy of that film and even possibly even a Blu-ray if they would just acquiesce and let him do his own edit. Fix the fucking film. Studios.
I like the Keep way better than this one.
I don't want to get into Heat because I plan on doing that later in the year. But Heat is one of my favorite films. And it's not just because Val Kilmer is a beast on that fucking weapon in that movie, and he is a beast. In fact, he does so well in his handling of multi lines of fire, dealing with opponents behind you and in front of you. His mag dumps, everything is so well done in that it is still used in the U.S. Marine Corps weapons training. It's shown to Marines. That's how you properly do it. He learned how to do it correctly. It's very good. There was a comedy movie that Martin Lawrence was in called Blue Streak, where he plays this diamond thief who hides this diamond in this construction that turns out to be the Los Angeles precinct. That's funny. I remember seeing it when it came out, but I am just not a fan of Martin Lawrence. I don't think he's funny. Did I see Joe say something? But I saw Joe.
Joe's here. Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Joseph Wambaugh is great. He wrote one about the Border Patrol that made it look like the Wild West. It was either the border or it was no. Joseph Wambaugh? No. Serpico was directly involved in the making of that film. Because they based it on his book. The realism of the cop show in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was how non-contriving they were. Yeah, when you watch shows like Police Story, you actually got about as close as you can get on commercial television for realism. And I did. I loved Police Story. It's one of my favorite shows. LOL, I deleted that comment. What comment? What comment did he delete?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we'll never know. Oh, the cum? The cum.
Yeah. It was on screen.
Yeah. Let's see. Because it sucks, we could have had the 240 director's cut. What? What are you talking about, Bush? The 240.
He's having a conversation with.
With somebody else.
Aaron.
All right. Yeah. Well, in the meantime.
Well, Snorty is
not
here
only
too.
that, we need more than that. We need. And that.
Hello, Joe.
And
Daddy, chill.
Penny's here too.
Oh yeah.
We got the video up there, right?
Yes, we have it, but I think it's on. Let me look for it.
Everybody, don't interrupt Martin while he looks.
You can talk.
No. We don't want you distracted.
He's not you, Gary.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
I like
You
that
know,
one.
at some point in my life for some years I lived with 6 women at the same time, so I can do things and hearing other people talking.
I'm sorry, I was focusing. What?
Exactly.
Here is experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's based on the novel Home Invaders.
Not really.
It's partially. I would say not based, but inspired by.
Yeah.
And
because he got his hands on the book, read it, and then he dropped the whole concept.
And what's interesting is the criminal thief featured in Home Invaders was put in prison around the time they started production on this. I forget the dude's name. He looked like a fucking thug. That fucking face. He had a mug of a face, man. Let me tell you.
You mean a face from mugshot?
You like Gotti with Armando Santi? I know I saw it when it came out.
Asking both.
But it's got Armando Santi in it, and automatically it's already something I'm going to like because I really like Armando Santi. Good fucking actor. It's a decent film, sure, but the accuracy to reality is what I was getting at.
Again,
is he talking to us?
No. He's talking with Andron, and Andron is talking with him. they are
and what movie are
their
they
own show.
What are they arguing over? You know,
movies.
What movie? Because he says a decent film.
In
sure.
particular, in this case, I don't know. I stopped looking at them.
Okay. Bush. And who's the other person? Amron. Amron. Get a fucking room, guys. Come on. No, you guys keep your conversation going. Don't worry about it.
I think now they're talking about Gotti.
Gotti was a good film. It's not great, but it was a really good film. Armando Santi, man, that guy, I fucking love Armando Santi. There's a Miami Vice TV series episode called Home Invaders. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Now, Michael Mann gets way too much credit on Miami Vice, by the way. It annoys me. He helped with a couple of things, but he was not the guy behind that show. He didn't create it. And it's really weird that he thinks now that it's his. So he's made one movie, and now he's going to make another Miami Vice movie. Remake it. I don't know. We are in a room, a chat room. Oh, go fuck yourself, Bush.
Remember the other day that I was prepping the show. There wasn't. We weren't on air like 3 hours before the show. Some couple of Indian kids were flirting with each other in the.
Oh God, yeah.
Anima told me about that. Anima told me about that. That was
wild.
Gary is confused and angry. That is my constant state. Like, so you're not telling anybody anything new about me.
You're confangry.
Yeah. So there you go. By the way, I loved the pilot movie for Police Story with Tony LoBianco. That was a really good fucking story. And from what I understand, that episode is based on something that he himself, Wamba, had experienced. And so he based a lot of the stuff in that episode off of shit that he experienced when he was a detective. Let's see. I love Armando Santi. No, yeah, period. Oh, please, no, another Miami Vice film. Yes, he's trying to make another one. Look, I get why he was disappointed with the other one, because Jamie Foxx fucked up the shooting at the end. And it had to do with not feeling secure and safe is what it was about. And it fucked up the ending of the film. But don't take the fucking part, because everything was known when he signed on to make that film where they're going to be shooting. And you shouldn't have taken the fucking part if that bothered you. And so they didn't get to shoot the ending that was supposed to be there. They had to change the ending because of Fox refusing to show up on set. Gary's a very tempered.
No, very even-tempered.
Even-tempered. He's always angry. Always. I always joke, I'm like David Banner, man. Or Bruce Banner. Bruce David Banner. I'm like him. I'm always angry. The Miami Vice film from 20-something years ago was forgettable. And that's what I'm talking about, because I thought it had so much potential, but it had no steam. It never got its steam going in the film. Dude, he was great in Collateral after ballsing up Miami Vice. No, I wholly agree with you. Collateral is, I consider that to be probably his best film. It was so experimental in what he did to make that film, pushing the edge of using film and HD digital to shoot it. And the way he lit the scenes was incredible. I loved what he did in that film. And also, Tom Cruise, man, I heard he was going to be in this film. I'm like, no, it's going to suck. It's going to be awful. He was fucking fantastic in that movie. When he fucking dropped down and did that, I forget the shooting. It's not Mozambique. It's something like that. It starts with an R, I think. Shooting method, which is taught in the military. He did that move where you shoot straight from the hip first and then bring your weapon up for the secondary target. You shoot the first target and then turn and aim at the second target. And oh my God. And that, by the way, that technique uses the finger aim method. The first shots you do are done by aiming first with your finger, you're pointing at the target, and then you squeeze. And that's how that hip shot is done.
Squeeze, Gary. Squeeze.
Again, when Tom Cruise did this, he did it so well that they have shown that for training in the military for that shooting technique. Tom Cruise with gray hair and also looking a bit like Howie Long. I'd have to go back and look at it to see that, because I don't think he looks like Howie Long.
I don't know who Howie Long is. So.
Former football player turned action actor turned sports commentator for Fox Sports. And Colin Farrell, I'm sorry, but his accent in the 06 remake, look, man, his American is not very good, period. He just sucks at American.
My name is Sonny Crockett. No, me name is Sonny Crockett.
Was that supposed to be an Irish accent? Because it was awful. My favorite film with him, where he didn't bother hiding his Irish accent, was the opening scene with him in the pub in Daredevil. That was the only scene in that film that I really, really liked in that movie.
I like the scene with the peanut in the plane too.
Well, that's a good one to mention, because we just did Broken Arrow. Yeah, he's the driver with the villain in Broken Arrow.
Tom Cruise, no, he doesn't look like Howie Long. No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see that. I don't see it. Now, this opening is totally interesting from a photographer's point of view. I think that, first of all, Michael Mann really has a good eye for setting up scenes. And he connected with his DP on this film. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Where's it at? There it is, Donald Thorin, because they had done the Prison Runner film. I just forgot the name of it for a TV movie, and it's a good film. Jericho Mile. Just remember, Jericho Mile. Jericho Mile, and he really got along with it. He was a gaffer on that film. And they had such a good conversation, and he got from Thornton he understood lighting really well. And so he hired him as the DP for this film. And he's the one who set up all the lighting, all the gels, and they would spray down the roads to get them all wet and reflective.
Yeah, Mann was the one who started this.
Yeah, Mann is the one who started doing that shit. Lighting streets and wetting them down. Michael Mann. Michael Mann is a student of, even though you can't find any proof of this, but I know this because they are so intricately connected with Friedkin. Friedkin and he shoot very similar ways. I think Friedkin's the better director of the two. But I think Michael Mann is a very good director. I'm not going to say he's a great director. I'm going to say he's a very good director. But every once in a while, he'll make a film that hits me just the right way. This is one of them.
Just like Anima.
But one of the things that's been a misnomer about, Michael Mann and this film is it has been said that Tangerine Dream's first full film score was done for this film, and that's not totally true. Tangerine Dream also did William Friedkin's movie Sorcerer 3 years before they shot this one. Technically 4 years, because he shot it in 76 and it released in 77, Sorcerer. And that's the movie with Roy Scheider, where they have to take the explosive nitroglycerin across that bridge, that wooden bridge, rope bridge, on a truck.
Sorcerer.
I said that.
Oh,
I already said Sorcerer before.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you weren't paying attention. That's okay, buddy. So basically, he used Tangerine Dream for that movie, and that came out in 1977. And this movie came out in 1981, shot in 1980. So it's like, wow, there are these weird coincidences that are not coincidences. They're not. There's, clearly, because he was inspired by the film Sorcerer. He talks heavily about Friedkin as a director and his films. And when he made his movie version of Red Dragon, what was one of the main people that he wanted to have play the part of Hannibal Lecter was William Friedkin himself. And if you've ever seen William Friedkin when he was younger, he has ice eyes. Ice eyes. They're cold.
Baby.
Ice baby. Yeah. Thief is so good that it even elevates Jim Belushi. Yeah, Jim Belushi actually wanted to start out as a serious actor. His brother was handling the comedy. And then John died. And he felt that he owed his brother something. And that's when he turned to comedy. But Jim was trying to be a legit actor. And he's good. He's actually really good in this film. And he was one of them also that got really well trained for the break-in scenes. And when they did the break-in scene, the final break-in scene, the big one, they actually had to do it. That was real. There was no visual effects, no on-set special effects. Everything in that scene, they had to really melt that door and cut it in half.
That's
and that was a real vault door. Yeah, that was for real. And now Adam was like, why are they moving all the furniture? And I'm like going, that's why. Because that's,
well, I didn't know that they were going to use stuff that burns at 4,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, they say it. The engineer said, if I build that thing, it's not gonna be pretty.
Well, it's not just Jim Belushi's film debut. This is the film debut for a couple of people. Robert Prosky was a stage actor. This was his first movie. He plays Leo, the gangster. This was Dennis Farina's first movie. And John Santucci had never done a film before. This is his first movie. So I think it's really fucking cool that, Michael Mann liked working directly with real cops and real criminals and making his films as believable as possible.
Well, you get military advisors for military movies. Why not get technical advisors who actually know that
Exactly.
stuff?
Know their shit.
He said the guy brought all his instruments that he used. So no props. That was real shit to teach them how to do it.
Use of blue hues and gray emulsions. Wow, all of them are magnificent in the driving sequence. Oh my God. And he did this on purpose with the lighting. Everything looks like it's lit when you're inside. Looks like it's lit by halogen lights, the business white tubes, the light tubes. Everything's got that hue to it. And he did this on purpose to give it that cold look.
Yeah, this is Chicago. It's always cold there.
And if you've ever been to Chicago in the winter,
no intention to do that.
Anima just sounded like a thug just about to kill you. It's a Chicago.
It's the Chicago way. The use of blue hues, absolutely. Jim Belushi, Robert Prosky, William Petersen. That's right. He's the bartender in this. He plays the character Flash, I think. He's in this movie, which is also why this movie's in this week, is because we're celebrating both Michael Mann and William Petersen's birthday this week. So I wanted to focus on movies that they made, and especially when, he made 3 movies or 2 movies with them. And then Petersen, who did he work for in between? Anybody want to guess what director he worked with in between? What are the odds? Come on. It's just a coincidence.
Mann?
No. William Friedkin. Mann directed him in 2 other films. William Friedkin directed him in To Live and Die in L.A., which is our movie tomorrow.
That I really liked.
Oh, my
other
God.
than this one.
Look, William Friedkin is just a great director. He's only done a couple of films I didn't like. Another actor in the film, W.R. Bill Brown, I don't know him, was also a former safecracker, so who Joseph Scalise. That's interesting. Yeah. Greetings from Tulum. Oh, hey, somebody got a video for him?
Maybe.
Because he needs to know how we feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so important to express your feelings.
Chuck Adamson, Detective Ansel, and Nick 13 were also. What is the 13? Oh, why is there a 13?
Oh, he's copying from Wikipedia with the.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. You
not even curated him.
You get this for not editing that.
Yeah. That's easy.
Well, Gavin McFadden, who plays Detective Borsco, was a journalist who later served as an advisor to Mann's 99 film, The Insider, which is a good film. I do like that. An Al Pacino and Russell Crowe film. Good movie. And it was a movie about a TV show.
About.
It was about 60 Minutes. Yeah, it's too bad they don't let us edit our comments. Like, you should there should be 3 dots there for you to fucking select edit so you can change something.
Well, as soon as he pastes it in before hitting enter, you can edit.
I would write that menu entry like unshed this.
Unshit this.
Yeah. I like that.
And by the way, despite my great love for artwork in movie posters, I really like the Thief movie poster because it's a great image.
I like it too. And in fact, I forgot to say, I really like this movie. Not love it. I don't think it's Mann's best, but man, is good.
It's way too long though.
Yeah, but you have to establish the time has passing to understand the grievance of the fencer. So I gave you a life. You have a house and a kid because of me. You have a job. You have money because of me.
But it established boredom with me.
No, but you need to face it so it seems like it didn't just happen. That some time has been invested in him.
Okay, I want to say hi to Connie Cleary.
Connie,
saying hi to us.
And we have Vegmasker.
Okay, I'll drop it. and Run says I'll drop it. The thing I like about this film is it discusses something in its subtext, which is something that both philosophies that I've followed my whole life since I was a teenager is Zen Taoism and Stoicism. I was raised in a Stoic home, and the philosophies of Zen Taoism and Stoicism warn that excessive possession leads to being controlled by rather than controlling one's belongings. It's also used in Bukowski's movie, I think it's Fight Club, where he says, the minute you own something, it owns you.
Yeah, because you start worrying about having it stolen or something.
Yeah. And
I'd rather have just enough and not worry.
That is the central philosophy of this character. And that's why he does what he does at the end. And the original end of the film had a happier ending, which was he kills them, and then he goes and he meets his wife and his adopted son. And you don't need that. And I think Michael Mann's right, because he killed anybody that would retaliate. They're all dead by the end of this film. He killed everybody.
They are all safe.
When that guy got out the window, when that guy got out the door, running out of the house, if he'd gotten away, then he'd have to be looking over his shoulder the rest of his life. So he had to kill him there. It all had to end right then and there. And he did. He killed them all. He does get shot, but hey, guess who was smart before he got there and wore a bulletproof vest? I like that. I like that. I like that. Really good writing in this. I like the whole premise of this character, that he can't do what he needs to do while they are with him, because they will be a mental distraction to him. He sends them away. Leave me. Get the fuck away from me. He doesn't tell them in a way like, I'll meet you. No. Get the fuck away from me, because I can't have you in here.
He breaks her heart on purpose.
I think he was considering the fact that he may not survive
it. No, he knew there was a good chance he was going to die doing this. But he destroys everything. Everything.
He had nothing to lose.
Anything that could anchor him to this life, he had to destroy.
Even the collage.
Yep. I fucking love that he did that at the end. This is great.
And he has enough money to go find them and live a normal life with them.
Do you think he went to find his family after?
Oh, I do believe that. Yeah, because it's in the script, the original shooting script.
I didn't know, but
there was nothing stopping him now. He could let go of his fears and concerns and reconnect with them. And he could explain to her what happened and why he did what he did. And
she would understand, because she understands.
That's why she agreed to all this.
Yeah, she tries to fight it at the beginning, but I think, in fact, he doesn't tell her the truth, because he knows that if she knows, she's not gonna live.
Yeah. He needs to get her away and not look back. He needs her to hate him in that moment.
And by the way, if you did not recognize him, the guy that actually shoots Caan's character at the end.
Dennis.
That's Dennis Farina. And it's funny, a cop playing a bad guy in this, but he knew bad guys and he knows how they behave.
Well, remember he played another conman in Snatch.
He also played a gang member or a mobster in Get Shorty. Yeah, I loved him in that movie. I hear it's the fucking smog that makes the fucking sunset so fucking beautiful. Caan has never been better than in Thief. I like roles. He's has some other roles I think that are as good, if not better. But I will agree with you. He's fucking great in this movie. He is just fucking on fire in this role.
I'm not saying that is not possible, because I haven't seen all his roles, but I haven't seen in anything that he didn't excel.
I would put this at the top of his fucking performances in film.
As short-lived as the character Sonny in the Godfather was, dude, the intensity.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
I am a huge James Caan fan. Just period. The Godfather is really good. I put that in the top of the list.
Ickley.
For films. I'm not going to talk about his TV roles because he's done a lot of really good stuff on TV. Bridge Too Far is good, but I would not put that as one of his best performances. The Rain People is a really good movie. He's really good in that one. I'm trying to think. I'm going through my head for every fucking movie I remember of him being in. Fuck, man, he was good in that Stephen King one, where he has the accident and the insane nurse takes care of him.
Oh, Misery.
Kathy Bates. Yes. Fuck yeah. Yeah. There you go. What was the Navy movie he did? It was something Liberty. It was pretty good too.
Don't know.
Let me go look it up. Hold on. James Caan Navy movie. Cinderella Liberty. Cinderella Liberty.
That's a weird title.
It was a pretty good film. It's him and Marsha Mason. And I saw that.
Just reading wrong, or are you saying that A Bridge Too Far was boring?
Anrun, did you serve in the military? I suspect you didn't. By that statement, played a character. Mississippi. No, I love that movie. I don't think it's his best performance, but yeah, he's really good in that. And that was the second remake, or it was the first remake, the second version of. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the film. Same director too. That one was called. Was it El Dorado? I think it was El Dorado with Robert Mitchum. Yep, we lost Martin.
Oh, hopefully not a power outage again.
James Caan was really good in Star Trek II.
He's back already.
Shit.
Yeah,
don't hit the X, Martin. We taught you that so many times.
I saw a video today that just annoyed the shit out of me. That somebody said the movie Thief is subtextually a gay movie.
What?
Willie Nelson's character. And I'm like, what?
He's his father figure.
Yeah, he's his father figure, his mentor. The guy that taught him all this cool shit. You know, I really hate it when people do that. I really do.
Where were we on the slideshow?
Yeah.
About 20 minutes in.
You're close
we
enough.
started a bit late.
And yes,
you haven't responded to me, Enron, yet.
No, he finds A Bridge Too Far boring. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I haven't gotten your response yet because I suspect you weren't in the military because people who are in the military love that fucking movie because it's realism, especially military historians. It's a hard story to fucking tell. To tell the assault on Arnhem is just a fucking arduous chore. And Cornelius Ryan did it in his book, and they pulled it off in a movie that I thought was really good. The biggest complaint I've ever written, no, I wasn't ever. That explains it. I'm not holding that against you or anything. I'm just saying, I suspect you weren't in the military the minute you said that. Because I've never met anybody that served in the military that didn't fucking love that movie because it's so realistic.
Well,
and it's
I wasn't, and I liked it.
This.
Yeah, but you love a military guy. You have a love for the things that I did in the military, and you love military shit.
I developed the love for it, yeah.
James Caan was really good in. Yeah, I saw that already. Fuck off with that, Martin. Get that off the
Bad Bear.
But the best part is
Bad Bear.
Wait, the best part is this. Read the next one.
Ricardo Montalban was in Star Trek II, not James Caan snorting. Oh my God, you fucking.
Oh my God.
Hey, D-Bud's here. Gary has
Hi,
problems
D-Bud.
with people assuming other people are gay, except for him, of course. We know he's gay. I am.
Me.
I'm a gay man trapped in a heterosexual body. It makes me go with women.
It makes you absolutely gay for me, admit it.
Yes, I'm totally gay for you. Robert Prosky is Leo in this movie. Boy, you've got to watch out for him. He's a really good actor. Most people know him from a little film that came out in the 90s called Last Action Hero. Is the guy that runs the movie theater, the projectionist ticket guy. And yeah, I know you're a bad bear. And but I love Prosky. He's a very good actor. He's affable as a person, very affable person in real life.
Dude, you took half of the comment that I was building in my mind. That's the best part of Leo, that he looks so affable, but he's a freaking monster.
Yeah. And what's funny is Michael Mann was casting over and over for this role and couldn't find anybody. And he went and talked to his producer, what's his name? Jerry Bruckheimer. And he's like getting frustrated. And he says, hey man, you got any suggestions? And he's like, no, you're doing fine. I've watched how you cast. Just keep going. Just eventually there's going to be that person that gets your attention. And that person that got his attention, Prosky. He had the right feel for that character. And he's perfect in that part. He's good. And I love his death scene. I especially love the blood
fake
effects. the fucking blood halo.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
But the color and texture, they weren't there yet.
No, they were. Hollywood was by 1980. Okay, they were. Around 76 is when they finally started to perfect movie blood. And it was a specific red dye, usually with either Karo syrup or with watered down Karo syrup for spraying. Was Sean Connery briefly in Bridge Too Far? Yes, he was. Yes, he was, James. Good to see you, buddy.
Not briefly.
He has one of my favorite moments in the film where German goes running by a window while they're inside with a wounded soldier. The guy runs by the window, stops and turns back around to look, did I see somebody in there? And the minute he comes around the corner, fucking Sean Connery draws and shoots him. I fucking love that. As I wrote above, I wonder if James L. Brooks had an issue with Prosky. He never mentions him in his broadcast comment. That's interesting. Huh. And I'm a big James L. Brooks fan. He was involved with one of my absolute favorite Jack Nicholson film of all time. As Good as It Gets.
Dude.
Which I love it when the line is delivered in the film. Maybe this is just as good
as good as it gets.
Gets.
What if this is as good as it gets?
Yeah.
Using it as a
in front of depressed and anxiety-ridden fucking patients, he says this to them, and it's like the looks on their faces when they react. They're like, "What?"
Hey, Eakley is trying to turn this stream in another. Let's play with the actor name stream.
Yeah, let's play with the names.
Anaconda.
Let's see. I want to make sure I finish. I'm going to have to find out about that and run. It's a film I've been toying with eventually doing because I remember Dad took me to see it when I was a kid. Let's see. James. The diner scene must have taken about 3 or 4 hours ago. I got to tell you, though, every single major scene in the movie Heat is taken right from the historical event. And in fact, Al Pacino was told that they weren't going to let him do cocaine in the film because the real detective was a cokehead that he was playing in Heat. So Pacino intentionally performed certain ways in certain scenes. In scenes where it was okay not to be coked up, he would act normal. And then in scenes where, if you watch the film, watch how he behaves in the film. He intentionally made certain scenes to look like he was coked up on purpose. So if you go back and watch that film, watch Pacino's performance in each individual scene he's in. And you can tell when his character is supposed to be high on coke. They wouldn't let him, do a line of coke in the movie. It was against the rules by Michael Mann. But Al Pacino still found a way to slip it in that he was a cokehead. Because the real cop was. Well, I love any film shot on location in Chicago. It's one of the reasons why I really love Above the Law with Steven Seagal. One, you get a lot of the same cast that was in the Code of Silence with Chuck Norris, which is actually a really good fucking movie about cops. And a lot of the cast are in both movies, and that's because those were all Chicago actors.
You see him? Oh,
yeah.
We just lost the frame. He looks like your sweet grandpa.
Yeah, he does. That's the thing about Prosky. And I also love the fact that Michael Mann and William Friedkin are both Chicago boys, and they love shooting in Chicago. fairly meticulous with his camera. And another director is the guy who did Above the Law and Code of Silence. He's a Chicago boy. That's why he likes shooting around Chicago.
Now, James says something here that compels me to get up in my soapbox. Fuck Titanic again. How can you say to me that Titanic could beat as good as it gets as best movie? How do you have a movie with the best actor, best actress? I think we best director too.
We had lost the Oscars by the 90s. It was done.
They were meaningless since then, yeah.
Wait, AI says, "Give me all you got." Give me all you got. It's such a coked up. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking Al Pacino.
A question here. What from Sonori? Wasn't Prosky in Hill Street Blues?
Yeah. Yeah. We covered Code of Silence and Toxic Tuesday last month. That's a great movie, man. It is Chuck Norris's only great movie. The only one that comes close to that is Lone Wolf McQuade. And it's great only because of Chuck Norris.
And Expendables 2.
That's not a Chuck Norris movie. He's in it.
That is enough to make it a Chuck Norris movie.
It's a Jason Statham. It's a Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone venture. It's their movie.
Good. It's Chuck Norris. If he makes a cameo, that's his movie.
If Chuck Norris looks at a movie, it's his movie.
Yes.
And by the way, if you didn't know this, you can actually look this up. Chuck Norris's favorite Chuck Norris jokes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He does have favorites.
Did you see? Do you remember what joke he makes on The Expendables 2? The thing about the Cobra.
Yeah. 3 days later, the Cobra died. I want to go find these again because they always make me.
Whoa, Sucks Bulletin's here. Hey, man.
Hey, Socks.
Wait, what?
Good to see you.
Oh, Socks. Well, that's because I said hi to him on Facebook. And so he's like, it's been a while since I said hi to those guys. I should stop by. Tell me I'm wrong. It's because I said something to you over on Facebook. Reminded you, oh, that's right. Gary has a show.
Are you saying you guilt tripped him?
Oh, look, dude, don't even get into this with me, D-Bud, because this is something you and I would just go off the tracks with, because I love Chuck Norris movies. There's only like 3 films he did that I really can't stand. One of them involves a kid, and I really hated that movie. And I think one involved a dog. I don't like it when he tries comedy. But I loved his 80s movies, man, all the way up into the 90s. And Code of Silence is just, period, a great fucking movie. But Silent Rage is a very good film. And the classic gangster movie, James Cagney's mother was based on the real-life criminal Ma Barker. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not. An Eye for an Eye, another good one. I actually like Clay. I like the movie Good Guys Wear Black. That is a great fucking movie. Well, there's no such thing as natural selection, just a list of animals Chuck Norris allows to live. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to look these up real quick. Because I remember I pulled them up. Here it is. This is, I think, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, top 5 jokes that Chuck Norris likes. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. Chuck Norris can divide by 0. Chuck Norris once made an onion cry. Chuck Norris doesn't need a haircut. His hair is scared to grow.
That's a good one.
But I know that he did a video a long time ago where he.
We have a bridge.
I believe it was him, Chuck Norris, that actually told the Chuck Norris jokes. And I don't know. I haven't seen that video in a long time. Gary posted to him in Facebook, so he slipped in the back door. Good one, Snorty. Go for it.
Martin. There's an agent there too. So, sure there's no back entrances into this place.
I put it through enough already.
What do you say your name was?
Currently I go by Adam Clay. Trust me, if there was a back entrance, I would have used it.
Goddamn right.
That's such a good clip.
Jim, Leo, Frank, and the other guy are going to set up the next score. Now, something else that got brought to my attention in a video with him, he said that in his dialogue, there wasn't supposed to be any contractions, that he speaks, despite having that accent, he tries to speak very clearly and formally and doesn't use contractions. But in this scene, there's actually a contraction in this scene when he says,
and you see it in the script and you hear it.
Where do you come from?
Where do you grow
up?
The
suburbs. Yeah. And where'd is a contraction. Contraction of where, did. So
I'm pretty sure there's a couple more.
Well, look, they actually had a guy hired to make sure Data didn't do it on Star Trek Next Generation.
It's such a common thing. So yeah, you need to be careful. That is one thing that the guys in charge of Starfleet Academy now are so bad with, because these people talk like kids today. And it's supposed to be 1,000 years in the future. They're not paying attention to anything.
Oh, and they just do everything. They have, who was it they had drinking wine that can't drink? Vulcans. Vulcans can't drink. They're allergic to alcohol.
Yeah. Well, they are like the main bodies. They have their allergy makes them extremely violent.
Well, Jem'Hadar were never meant to procreate, and yet they made a Jem'Hadar fuck with a Klingon female. And create this fat bitch.
A lesbian female. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Jem'Hadar were created to be warriors.
Yeah,
they're not
they
born. They're made.
They were mass fabricated.
Yeah. Nothing makes sense in that series.
So Jim Belushi, like I brought up earlier, was all about dramatic acting, because John was the comedic actor, even though John was trying to move into more serious roles with Continental Divide, which would be his last movie before he died. And Belushi, Jim, decided to venture over into comedy after his brother passed away. I guess, as I recall, to be in honor of his brother. And the first thing that he did was the movie Trading Places in '83, first comedy. Every bit of this film is really unusual for 1981, and I'm loving it. Dude, I love Chicago is actually a character in this movie. I love that. Chicago, unless you've been there, man, you just don't understand how fucking cool a place Chicago is. At least it used to be.
You have to tell it like Rambo at the end. You weren't there, man.
You weren't there, man. Yeah. Because I've always told people, like, back when Chicago still had Cabrini Green, that place was a fucking wild place to be. And they eventually cleaned up Cabrini Green. They gentrified it. John Belushi was great at comedy, but not good at drama. Well, I think that the problem with John is he has too sarcastic of a face. He always looks like he's being sarcastic. And I think that really worked against him. And that's why he was so good at comedy, and drama is just not his forte. And the closest thing you got was the dramedy Continental Divide, which I think is a good film. It's not his best. It's not a great film. It's just a very good film. And I think that, we'll eventually do it, because I like to remember John Belushi for some of the work he did, because he really did do some cool shit. And I like him. He was always funny to me. It's just sad.
You see, that thing of faces without a default expression is one of the reasons Clooney didn't work as Batman, because Batman wouldn't be smiling all the time. And Clooney's face is always smiling.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we did Red Heat already, but I fucking love that movie. I really do. Anima really enjoyed the crap out of that movie too. And we got a great backdoor clip from that movie too. Okay, you cover the back door. He says, it doesn't mean go in blazing.
I don't remember that one.
I really need to make sure you understand not to kick the door in guns blazing, right? It is kind of a Prince and the Pauper. It really is. I do like that film a lot. Eye for an Eye has Christopher Lee, Chuck Norris play against each other. Yeah. In a fight, I would almost put my money on Christopher Lee because he's actually killed people. Christopher Lee might have been the world's most interesting man. I think that he was, when you really look at the life he led, he was one of the inspirations for James Bond because he's married into the family with Ian Fleming. They were cousins through marriage, and they knew each other. John Belushi, I love the fucking Blues Brothers. That's a great fucking movie,
dude.
That's a good one.
No.
Too much flaming,
dude.
What?
You always says that Bond has a lupine face. Christopher Lee has kinda a lupine face.
Yes, he does.
He would have been good as Bond.
Yeah. Imagine that line. Bond. James Bond.
Wait, what's this? I missed one. When you watch the original Blues Brothers, Henry Gibson and John Candy were also in the classic sketch series Laugh In SCTV. Oh, yeah. Gibson was in Laugh In and Candy was in SCTV. Yeah.
Okay. Backdoor video for debut.
Dragon!
That's what I yell every time I fart. Because James wanted to convey that Frank is just a normal person speaking precisely. Yeah. And by the way, concisely, for those of you who don't know what that word means, it means consistently. It's just another way of saying consistently. It comes from the same word, same derivation. Let's see. There's a scene here where Frank says, elect Ed, when talking to Leo and confronting him about the raise. Oh, I guarantee you there's some spots where they do. But that one, like elected, isn't really a contraction.
No, it's not.
It's the shortening of word. Elected. Didn't the Griswold family start Chicago? I didn't know. Yes. Thanks, James. I lived in a beautiful downtown Burbank when Laugh-In was on the air. No kidding. Yeah, Johnny Carson made fun of Burbank all the time because Frank feels cheated out of his bargain. Yeah. James liked that one. That's where the flaw in his vocabulary comes in. Yeah. Well, he breaks words down, Gambit, because you'll catch it. Like he says inna. And what was he trying to say? Like he says inna suburb. Like
yeah.
You were raised in a suburb instead of in a. It's one
yeah,
word.
But like you said, it's a non-word. It's not a contraction.
Yeah, it's not a contraction. It's just it's two words said so quickly that they sound like they're combined into one word.
It's a fault in enunciation.
Yeah. If there's
no, it's in the script. It's in the script as inner.
Yeah, it's actually written that way in the script.
Same as where
the
contraction is in the fucking script. So it's not just him slipping and saying it that way.
The flaw in his vocabulary comes in.
I'm not saying that.
Sorry, fat fingers. Okay. Anima got a little treat yesterday because like I was trying to pause the movie we were watching. I couldn't fucking pause it. And I'm like, God damn it.
No, his cursor was all over the place.
My hand's not shaking right now. Okay, my hand's doing better. But yesterday, it was like this. Yesterday,
it looked like Parkinson's.
Like I just couldn't control it. And I woke up with that dull pain between my neck and my shoulder. And I'm like, I'm going to have trouble today.
Yeah, that's the
nerve. That's where I'm pinching the nerve. He's based all his movies in Schirmer, Illinois, but there is no Schirmer in Illinois. It made up suburb. Well, it's sort of like in the series Kolchak the Night Stalker. Every area around them, city, township, what have you, is said correctly, but in one episode. And the episode, it has to do with, it's the one that people said it was The Omen before The Omen, where Tom Skerritt plays a guy that has struck a deal with Satan in it. And the town, I can't remember what they call it, Dankinville, Illinois. There's no Dankinville. There's Danville, Illinois. And they didn't want to use Danville because apparently it could upset some people because the movie, the episode also dealt with politics. Politics and the devil. And they're afraid that Danville might get upset. So they made up a town based on Danville. James, he's based all the movies in... Yeah, we already read that one. I love that the cops don't want to bust him. They want to cut. Exactly. And it's one thing you'll get from the two, this film and the film we're doing tomorrow is that for some reason, William Petersen feels that he's willing to cross a line and commit a crime in order to get his bad guy. And it all goes wrong. Yep.
They got him out, but then he died.
Yep. And you're going to see Michael Paul Chan, who's known for Runaway, 1984, and Falling Down, 1993.
Well,
so this scene here, Anima's asking me, why are they moving the furniture? I said, because
I could see.
And going to be cutting into that safe. And she couldn't understand. Then you see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're using the heat bar from hell.
Got magnesium mixed in with it.
It was clearly in the way on the left side, but the right side, the table and everything was close to the wall and so far away. I just didn't expect the fire to be that big.
The sparks coming off that thing, man.
Yeah.
And they had to wear special suits because that thing right up to that door is about 3,000 degrees.
4.
It's between 3,000 and 5,000, period.
Yeah.
I told you that yesterday.
No, it came up in the interviews, 4,000. But yeah, that break-in I liked. The one in the beginning, Jesus Christ. I'm like, how long do you have us look at the drill and the stuff flying away from it?
Oh,
knock it
God.
off. That was way too long.
Nah.
I started this movie on the wrong foot.
Nah.
That scene,
the start of this movie was
noises
awesome.
That they claim to be the soundtrack of the movie or score or whatever. Most of it is just random synthesizer noises. It's horrible.
I told you she didn't like this movie.
Damn, no, but I had no idea how much.
I was fine with the last 20, 25 minutes. That's when it got watchable and interesting. The rest of it, fuck that noise.
You can call it a cutting lance. It's one of the names for it. And it's got magnesium mixed in with it. And that shit burns about as hot as the fucking sun. It's white.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember, I told this story to Anna. I said, when I was a paramedic up in Seattle, I remember there was a fire in Federal Way, which is where I lived. And at one of the little strip malls. And somehow some of the metal used in this building had magnesium in it. And they couldn't put it out.
Question.
They had to let it burn. They could not put it out because they didn't have the right equipment to put this out. And it sucks, man.
why are they called strip malls?
Because they're a single strip.
Oh.
The strip of buildings, strip mall. It's not because anybody takes their clothes
Usually
off.
only one floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just one building after the other, all ground floor.
I've never seen a strip mall.
A shopping mall has. Yeah, a shopping mall has at least 2 stores. 2 floors, I mean.
That scene was like seeing Qui-Gon Jinn at the beginning of episode 1 trying to melt the door.
Oh, I like that too. That is a great line. I'm pleased to meet you, you ugly motherfucker. Willie Nelson will be fighting Keith Richards in the apocalypse over the last of the drugs left. Not going to argue with that, Shanatsky.
Hey, Shanatsky.
Hi, Shan.
Willie Nelson when he was less old.
Yeah, because I think he came out looking old. One of those babies that just looks wrinkled. And a hell of a honker. You get a hawk nose. What is this? And it calls for a real confrontation between the cops and Frank, which also causes the relationship between him and Leo to slowly fall apart. Yeah. What it is look, Leo wanted to own him. That's why he helped him. People, those guys don't help people. They want to own people. And that's how they do it.
Yeah, and it's always the old, just this one more job and then I let you go. And it's never that way. There's always the next one and the next one and the next one. Because they don't pay the full amount. They pay bits and pieces here and there. That's how they
I think I've watched 3 different interviews. So I'm sure it's one of them that I saw with him.
I think we covered about all of the videos that are on there. We did like 2 hours worth of watching YouTube stuff to prepare for this show.
So, by the way, if you didn't see the socks ball, it says I live in Chicago. I see it every day. Yeah, I love that town, man. I spent a lot of time there. I went to 2 different universities in Illinois. I went to the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, and I grew up in Charleston for a couple of years and went to college for a semester at Eastern Illinois University until the head of the art department said, quote, "There's nothing we can teach you. You know everything we can teach you. You already know it. You do it proficiently. So you're not going to get anything going to school here for art."
Sucks. How do you survive winter in Chicago? Do you hibernate?
Do what?
Do you hibernate? Go to sleep over winter because it's so cold.
No.
Everybody always talks about how unbearable it is in winter.
Well, in Chicago, it's rougher because it's right there at the Great Lake. And you get that fucking wind coming in.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking cold. It's got the nickname the Windy City for 2 reasons.
Wind chill is
2 reasons were the wind's coming off the lake, and 2, because they were so braggadocious against New York, bragging Chicago's better than New York. And so it got that nickname for both reasons.
He says bundle up.
And what really fucking made me angry, and it's really what set Frank off, is they killed his buddy, played by Jim Belushi, and drop him in that fucking vat.
Yeah, that was really dirty.
I don't know if it was you, but somebody else suggested that once. And I saw it when I was a kid. I liked it when I was a kid. I don't know if I'd like it now as an adult. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
I don't know if we can fit it in our schedule because our shows are pretty much planned out for the year.
Chicago has better pizza than New York. Yep, I'm one of those guys. Hey, look, I like Chicago style pizza more than New York, but I'll still eat New York pizza because it's pretty damn fucking good.
Deep dish is not pizza.
It's a pizza bowl for soup.
Yeah, something like that.
But I like it. I like Chicago style. In fact, one of my favorite restaurants, they opened one here in Springfield a few years back. These two brothers that started a pizza parlor in Chicago, and they got a chain going, and one of them opened here in Springfield. And I was so happy to get real legit Chicago style pizza from them. It was so fucking good.
I have never tried it, but it looks obscene. It doesn't.
$30 for that pizza, but it fed you for like 3 or 4 days. It fed Zoe and me for between 3 and 4 days. So fucking big.
That was easy.
Well, when you look at the way they do it, they do it bass backwards to the way you make normal pizza. And I kind of like that, to be honest with you. You know, it's like, I like that it's kind of got all that fixing, and the tomatoes are kind of soupy. And yeah, it's, you can't just fucking eat a Chicago pizza this way without getting it all over you. I'm a knife and fork guy anyway with pizza because I don't like grease on my fingers. I'm phobic about it. So I always eat with it. The Hill is a very good film. Sean Connery. It's a really good film. Yeah, it's about trying to straighten somebody out who's not fucking broken. And Connery is really good in it. I also like The Commandant. Good actor. Most people in Chicago area eat far more thin tavern style pizza than deep dish. Pineapple on pizza should be a crime against humanity, says you.
No, I think pizza topics is a you do you thing.
Yeah. Look, I like the Polynesian style pizza. It's got a sweeter marinara. It's got pineapple and ham. And I've had it.
Heresy. Heresy.
I'm more of a straight up all meat pizza guy.
Look at that thing, man.
I like green peppers and I like black olives on my pizza. I don't like onions, but I love green peppers and I love olives on my pizza. I
just can't mix sweet and savory. That doesn't work for me.
I would call the ending the video game ending. And by the way, this is the film that inspired GTA.
That crazy car chase, yeah. That was insane. And he did a lot of his own stunt driving.
Oh, you're talking about in the other film. Yeah.
Oh, the other one. Sorry.
That's not Michael Mann. That one's Friedkin. Friedkin likes to mount cameras on the front of cars and then drive them with the camera pointed forward.
I like the other movie way more, so it's stuck in my brain. This one, not so much.
I do think Michael Mann sadly predicted where most men were going between this and Heat, where despite how good you are at something, the world makes sure that you end up alone. Yeah. But this film, he's not alone in this one, Shinovsky. The film's original ending had a happy ending, where after he kills the bad guys, you see him meet up with them. But the fact is, he felt it was kind of a sellout to the story that you don't need to see that because anybody that was a problem for him was dead. He never has to look behind over his shoulder ever again. He killed them all. And so he leaves. And I just assumed because he's not wounded, really wounded, because he had a bulletproof vest on, that he went off to meet them. There's no way that he was going to walk away from that. He just couldn't have them on his conscience while doing this. And which, if you understand, I talked about this earlier before you got here. It deals with the philosophies of Zen Taoism and Stoicism, which warn that excessive possessions leads to being controlled by them rather than you controlling them. And, and in Bukowski's Fight Club, he says, once you own a thing, it owns you. And it's true. And that's what this character's main philosophy is. At the end of this movie, he can't have anything that he cares about. And it's also a reminder of what my grandfather taught me, that never fight a man who's got nothing to lose. And if you have to fight, be the one who has nothing to lose. That means you have to psychologically take everything you care about and not even think about it. All you think about is the fight in front of you. That's it. And that's how I went into every single fist fight I've ever been in. I've watched how Frank shoots at Taglia. At first, it seems like it's freezing halfway, and then it opens again with the editing. Huh.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I do. I'm not, but I don't know what he's talking about with the freezing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Hey, for
Here's
those
another
of you
problem
that
I
couldn't
have.
wait to see Jim Belushi naked, here you go.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, bitches. And oh my fucking God, James Caan is a hairy motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Another problem I have with this movie is they want to adopt. They get declined because he did time. He was in prison for 11 years. And so they just go and buy a fucking baby. I have a problem with that.
Well, I understand it. Because the system was kind of fucked up back then. But anyway, this really screams 1980s for me. And this film, the other Michael Mann film, Manhunter, and the film by Friedkin, To Live and Die in L.A., are the 1980s. Those three films had a massive influence on everything in the 80s, as well as Michael Mann's show that he produced, was not the creator of Miami Vice. Huge influence and impact on the 80s. Everybody walking around in T-shirts and fucking Easter colored T-shirts and white waiters jackets. At least I wore a white waiter's jacket before Miami Vice came out. And I stopped wearing it afterward because I was really into New Wave. And so I wore a white waiter's jacket all the time. This and Manhunter both have idealistic moments involving the beach and the love for their life. Yeah, it's a lot. Look, it's about symbolism. It's like back in the day, if you showed the ocean in a movie, you know what that meant? Time is passing. No, it means time is passing.
It's also meant as a contrast to the gloomy city that's always dark and greasy and dirty and depressing.
And just to remind you, that's not a fucking Great Lake. It's like I would not swim in Great Lake water.
No.
I'm talking about the way Frank shoots Taglia after he has shot Dennis Farina, thinking he's dead, but he comes up after another gunshot. Yeah. Because he drops Farina, but Farina comes back. Like he recovers from being hit.
One more thing about the beach, it also represents freedom because he has a little bit of normalcy being on the beach with his family.
Yep.
Then he gets dragged back in.
He wants to speed run getting everything he lost due to prison. That's the real loss. Exactly. Like guys like this also don't know how to do normal things.
No, they
really
lose their
don't.
formative years. They have no idea how the world functions.
And so, and he went there expecting them to tell him no, but he tells them off for it. Like, I could give a child a good home, and this is your reaction to me because
he grew up in the system.
I grew up in the system, so you, I suppose, you grew up in a suburb. Yeah. And she says, "Yes, I did." Right. He slams his hand down
and leaves.
Right. Makes him mad, and then he looks at that fucking security officer like, "What? What are you gonna do?" You know, this is all brand new stuff with the editing. No other movie from 1981 had tackled on such. Well, this movie changed things. in cinema. Michael Mann had a huge impact on cinema in general. And I still say that he was inspired by William Friedkin, which is why there's no coincidence, all the connections between William Friedkin and him. Yeah, it's not freezing entirely, but the editing is very film noirish. Yeah. Well, this is what's referred to as neo-noir. You know, every single film I showed this week, other than the first movie on Military Monday, is neo-noir. You know, I like neo-noir.
Although Mann said in an interview that he did not have a film noir on his mind making this at all. He was
doesn't matter. It is what it is, whether he intended it or not. Manhunter has slow-mo. Look, that's one thing I don't like is when he does slow-mo. Look, Sam Peckinpah is the one who started that shit in American cinema. If you didn't know that, Sam Peckinpah is the one who brought it over from Japan. Okay. And he liked it. And he wanted to show all his violence in slow motion. As they called it back then, gore porn, which they would later call other films gore porn. But the guy who started it was Sam Peckinpah. And it was a niche style of doing slow-mo. And he was very specific in where and why he did it. And I think that by the time we got to the 80s, to be honest with you, after Sam Peckinpah, nobody else should be doing it. It just, to me, it's not good. I don't like slow-mo. I really don't. You want to talk about some crazy editing, though? Manhunter has some quick splices. When he goes to the door, when Dollarhide goes to the door and starts shooting the cops, the way they edited that's fucking nuts. The splicing, fuck, man. Frank is going to discover that Dennis Farina's character is not dead, but still alive. Yeah. He gets hit himself, and then he hears him moving. And you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, he's on the ground. Is he going to be able to shoot him? And yeah, he fucking nails him dead. The end song was support to be comfortably numb, or supposed to be.
Supposed, yeah.
Comfortably numb, but he couldn't get it, so he had a different composition make a very similar song. Well, that was Tangerine Dream that worked on that, and they got a blues guitarist to work with them. Because the overall theme for the film originally was supposed to be just straight blues, Chicago blues.
Should have gone with that.
Frank regrets that he hasn't done the right thing. He did. The thing is, though, he did about as right as he could. Yeah, this scene is so fucked up, man. Where they fucking they brutalized Jim Belushi's character, and then eventually just dump him in a vat.
They're making that point. You are not getting out of this unless you get killed.
I think that's the first one where he used the slow-mo. Check me on that, Gambit, but I do believe The Wild Bunch, 1969, was the first use of slow-mo in American film, but I could be wrong. It was Sam Peckinpah, though, that brought it over. I hate autocorrect, and guess what?
Everybody does.
It hates you, too, just so you know.
It hates everyone.
Yeah. I suggest trying autocorrect when your keyboard is set on the wrong language. That has some funny outcomes.
Makes it so refreshing for the 80s, the high-key interjection of glamour, champagne, lust, and sex. Okay, are we talking about a movie or your life there, Gambit? Inquiring minds want to know, buddy. Yeah, Jim Belushi gets brutalized and then melted in acid.
Yeah, he's just a pawn in this.
It's not melted, it's dissolved. The only thing that survives, I think, is the core of the bone. And then you have to fucking dig that out and grind it up.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's with her tonight.
Nothing a BB gun wouldn't take care of.
Dude,
shut the fuck up, dude.
Make a double entry on the hit list.
Yeah, will do. Noted.
For those of you who don't know, I actually really love cats. Amelia fucking gets on my nerves that she won't shut the fuck up, like, at all. She'll just like, well, I think she's just hungry. You feed her. A few seconds later, oh, she wants to play with the laser now. Now she's hungry again. It's like, God damn, cat, fucking.
I know. I speak Amelia. I knew both of them, the different ways of meowing, what they wanted. They taught me that right at the beginning. And this is get the fuck off your computer and play with me meowing. And yes, the hit list is real because once I get back over there, I'm going to slap the shit out of Gary's shoulder. It's what I do.
We in Pop Culture Minefield do not support domestic violence of any kind.
Oh, it's our love language. Come on. There's also proof of that.
Okay.
If you go back to October 24, you can see me slap him.
The first American film to use it for action scenes in the modern era is Deadly Companions by Sam Peckinpah, 1961. I knew it was Sam Peckinpah because he had seen slow-mo used in Japan, and it really blew his mind. Now, we'd used slow-mo years before, back in the 20s or something, for a silent film. I think it was Thief of Baghdad, I think. But that doesn't count because it was done for a different reason. And slow-mo just wasn't used. And they sped up a lot, but they just didn't do slow-mo. And finally, Peckinpah saw how they did it over in Japan for action scenes, and he brought it to America and said, we're going to do our action scenes with this in it, slow motion. What was the deal with the woman sitting by herself in Prosky's kid? Oh, look, I'm assuming that's his wife or his housekeeper, maybe. I thought it might be his wife. Housekeeper. And she's like, I have nothing to do with any of this shit. Go on about your business, and I don't care. Go back to watching her TV. And James Caan has no interest in her. She's a nobody. Gambit has no glamour, champagne, lust, or sex.
Oh, God.
Google.
Ouch.
Bad, Snorty. Very bad tonight.
That is so mean.
Yep, it is.
Snowdy.
Hey, no bullying here.
Snowdy. Apologize.
Frank is going to have to tell his girlfriend the bad news. His wife.
Yeah, that married
her. Kurosawa was the pioneer of slow-mo. Yeah. Japanese action cinema with their slow-mo was just blew his fucking mind when he saw it, Peckinpah. And he brought that shit to his first major Hollywood film. So he tells her to get out. Oh, he tells her more than that. Basically, get the fuck away from me. He has to take her out of his heart. This is something he has to emotionally commit to. Get the fuck away from me and take that kid with you. Get out of here. Don't even be nice in any way, shape, or form. He has to be mean to make it work. And the reason why is because he can't have anything emotionally holding him down, his businesses or his wife and child, to do what he has to do. And I love that. That is just such a great statement, a philosophical statement with this character. Yeah, he burns everything he owns. Everything. Nothing to anchor him. Oh, there we go, D-Bud. Timmy!
By the way, I had a video to run here. Here we go.
What are you?
Tim?
Hi, Tim. Exactly was to tell her that, yeah, exactly. And he couldn't be nice about it. He had to be brutal. Like, this is it. It's over. You know, he had to psychologically sell it to himself.
Well, he started level-headed, but as she was put in resistance, he upped his act until the point of I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, he escalates as he sees
that's the word.
Needed.
Because at first he says, take the kid, take this money, and go. Now you need to go now. But she wasn't budging, so.
That is, by the way, it reminds me of my sergeant. Like, he knows that there's no such thing as escalation with me. I go from 0 to 60 in an instant. And like, he's like, don't get Gary involved until you know there's no getting out of a fight. You know, because like, I don't have that moment where I'm trying to like, hey man, you know, and trying to pop my, you know, feathers up and like, I don't peacock. I stand there, I listen, and I'm smile, because I smile before I get in a given situation like that. I smile a lot. And it's meant intentionally to throw the other person off that I'm smiling at them. And then I go from 0 to 60. It's just usually one punch. And I've knocked a lot of guys out with just a single punch because I know exactly how to hit people. So Rex Reed took one too many in. You know what? Keister. You can say Keister, Tim. I can't fucking. Yeah, he and I have been talking about him in our private chats, Tim and I just fucking cannot stand that guy. He raves about the weirdest shit, I swear to God. And he raves in a weird fucking way, you know? And I said something really brutal that Tim thought was really funny that I don't know if I should repeat on a live stream. What I said, it was not nice. I'll tell you guys after the show what I said. I do also love that the maid looks and just goes on because she knows how evil her boss is. Damn right she does. That look on her face, like, do what you're gonna do. It's like, I don't care. I can find another job. It's basically Frank's own heart that counts. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's his heart. He has to close his heart to anything. He can't have anything anchoring him to this world that'll make him second guess what he needs to do. Yeah, absolutely. We need to just not say what I said because it will absolutely get us in trouble. What my joke I made. I also love that the man, don't. Tim's telling me don't say the joke.
Oh, that's totally dumb.
It's that bad a joke. It's the joke I made last night while he and I were having a chat about Rex Reed, and I said something fucking awful as a joke, and I'm like, I can never say that out loud to anybody. It's like I mean, online, I can't do it because I would get in trouble.
You didn't even say it out loud to me, so it must be really bad.
It's not bad. It's just, it would not be liked or appreciated. Personally, I think it's funny as shit. And if I had the balls, I'd fucking tell the joke in a group of people, and I don't care who they are. I would make the joke, but I won't do it on live streaming because, you know, you're just asking. You're just asking for trouble. Rex Reed, Rump Ranger. Oh God, Frank stole the Epstein files. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Maybe that's what he did before he died, James Caan. Maybe he's the one that stole the files. My reaction was that it's dark. Yeah. I tell people, man, I'm known for my dark humor. And until you've known me privately, you really don't know how dark my humor can get. It gets fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Roger Ebert agreed with Siskel that this was an exciting array of lights, actors, music, and action-packed video game-style editing and surroundings. Wait a minute. They didn't have those kinds of video games back then.
Exactly.
Where'd you get that from, Gambit?
Also, there's almost no music in this. The biggest part of the score is just fucking computer noises.
It's not. It's synthesizers. Shut up, Anima. Jesus.
The noises that are giving me a fucking headache.
I'm a little cranky girl.
You realize you're talking with a classical orchestral music.
I know.
Greek, right?
I am technically classically trained on
this was insulting
drums.
my ears.
I was trained in orchestra to read sheet music as a drummer. Everything he once owned is suddenly blank and gone.
Dude, I could read sheet music before I could even really read. That's how I was trained.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that out loud, but I do have one single joke like that.
Refrain.
It's just one. No, I've told it to you before.
Yeah, but not on air. Refrain.
How do you? No, I told you, and I'm not going to tell the punchline. But it's how do you make a float? You know, like
I'm already
soda
not
and ice
liking
cream.
it.
Gary likes his humor like he likes his men. Dark.
That's why you're friends with Keith. I get it.
A different kind of dark, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Computer noises. What the fuck? It's bulleted.
Go back and listen to that ear torture.
Well, what's better than the keep?
The clip is from Batman 89. Yeah, no shit, Gambit.
No shit, Sherlock.
Are we this beyond help? Look, man, I've had decades of therapy, and I'm pretty comfortable with who I am. I became comfortable thanks to all the fucking therapy that it's like, oh, so I'm not really fucked up. I'm just different. Yeah, you're just different. I'm wired differently. Yes, you're wired differently. I think about fucked up things. Yes, you're wired differently. Gary's humor is very BBC, big, black, and childish.
Because Gambit mentions the silence. What struck me in this movie is you notice when there's no music, and it's so much better without it. And the soundtrack isn't supposed to do that.
Well, that was the main complaint about this film by critics, was that the synthesizer was so overpowering. But I got to be honest, I saw it in the theater and I fucking liked it. I liked that. But then again, I've lost a lot of hearing from playing in a rock band and military shit.
Yeah, you can't hear how bad it is.
No, back then I could. 1981, I hadn't lost it yet.
I'm beginning to think Anima didn't like the soundtrack.
No, she doesn't like Tangerine Dream.
I like the part where it looks like they have the happy life and they bring the guitar in, the electrical guitar, and the song at the end. That's music that I can tolerate in a movie. But the rest was just like, come on.
If I do The Day of the Jackal, it will be the original. It's the only one I'm interested in. I didn't like the Bruce Willis remake with fucking Richard Gere and that fucking Irish accent. No thanks. And then they did a TV series with what's his name, Redmine, whatever his name is, and of course the agent's a woman. So I was immediately turned off. Like whatever, you know. This is all you're doing is trying to find stuff from the past that you can remake and put women's, you know, in it to be strong badasses. It's like whatever. It was no strong badass in The Day of the Jackal, the original. There's just one guy trying to find him and stop him. Let's see. This scene was picked up right away for the theatrical trailer. You know, the way Frank presses in on the cartridge to add it to his gun. Oh, to load it. It's called loading, Gambit. To reload. Yeah, it's in the trailer. Seeing Jack Black gun look.
No.
That is one of the single greatest moments in cinema history. Is Jack Black
running without an arm.
Hold it further. Hold it out further. And he's like, got it out as far as he can. And he's going to shoot this thing with a robot controlled, you know, remote controlled 50 caliber rifle. Okay. And he fires one single shot and it blows his arm off. And when he begins screaming, I thought that was so fucking funny. And he goes, yep, you're right. It was off. He fixes it, and then he aims it at him again and blows him completely away. That is fucking funny. Watching Jack Black get blown apart was fun. It's all done in slow-mo, and he holds it like this, and then the title card Thief comes up. Yeah. I'll take some photos next month of some of the filming location in Paris, outside building shots. Okay, cool. Because we are eventually going to get around to doing some films like I love the movie Ronin a lot. And I want to find a way to do that one.
We did it.
Did we do Ronin? I don't remember doing Ronin.
Ronin, yes. Ronin, yes.
It's not that I doubt you, but I doubt you.
I'm not getting personally offended by that.
I just have to check. I don't remember doing that movie.
Yeah, I have no problems in doing it again. Fucking
we
love
did
it.
not do Ronin. We did not do Ronin. It is not in our. I just searched through our videos. This is Ronin, and not there. And I do want to do that fucking movie. I love the movie Ronin.
Yes,
I'm not a big fan of De Niro.
Yes, we did. We have discussed the boat house scene. We have discussed the.
It could have been taken down, so you won't find it on YouTube.
Probably.
I would have taken it down. Movie Geeks discuss Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Copland, and Brazil with Robert De Niro. That's all we have showing up for him. Let me go to our.
No, YouTube could have removed it or blocked it so that you can't find it that way.
Well, it better be in my fucking content. I'll go look that way. Search my channel for Ronin.
No, it's at 0.
Yep, we didn't do it.
That's weird. Weird.
D. Bud Martin thought we did Ronin. I think it's because I talk about it so fucking much.
Could it be that the chief did it?
No, there is. It is not. We have 0 videos listed with that word.
Very odd.
And it's not a film that would get claimed. We would have gotten an alert for that.
Oh my God. I come from another universe. The Mandela effect is real.
Yeah.
The vanilla effect?
Mandela effect.
Yeah, vanilla. Yeah.
Yeah, you say Mandela, and all I can think of is Morgan Freeman. Early John Woo could be a fun week.
That's racist.
Well, no, he played him. How about a special episode on McCloud? I wouldn't mind doing McCloud. I love that show. You know what? Hey, without looking it up, do you know what movie inspired the TV show McCloud? I'm going to give him a chance.
No, man, I hate that if we use the Jeopardy theme, we could get claimed.
I'll do it off key. Na 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 ba ba da 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 da.
Ouch.
Da 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 ba ba da ba 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 bomb. Okay, there you go. Up, you didn't come up with a name. It's Coogan's Bluff.
What?
Clint Eastwood. Coogan's Bluff with Clint Eastwood.
Hey, Halen Places in the House.
Was the inspiration for the TV show McCloud. It's a good movie, by the way. No, they didn't have video games. Well, they had video games. These didn't have that kind. And yes, there's various music cuts from Tangerine Dream that didn't make it into the theatrical version. And of course, thank God, says Anima.
Yeah.
I know the name. Yeah, but you didn't say it, bitch.
I think he's paraphrasing Corgan. I know his name.
I'm a little teapoy. Almost no music is added except for the Craig Saffin progressive guitar track that you get to hear at the end. And I like his guitar on that.
Yeah.
I just started watching that film. Needed to make sure I wrote the name out right. Oh, okay. Coogan's Bluff is a really good film about, I think he's a Texas cop that has a guy that escapes Texas and he goes up to New York. So he has to go up there and work with the New York City Police Department to find this guy. I do believe it was New York City. And so Clint Eastwood plays a Texas cop and he wears a cowboy hat. See, my uncle directed a PSA with Dennis Weaver, said he was adult, had to do numerous takes because Weaver wouldn't listen to him. By the way, D-Bud, I have a joke that I've said in my real life to somebody that I heard as a child, and I was an adult working in a foundry, and I had this militant feminist say to me, you know, most men don't like working with you because they feel like threaten their masculinity. Do I threaten yours? And I responded the line from McLeod. No, why? Do I threaten yours? Arizona. Speaking of Arizona, I do plan to do Raising Arizona at some point. Near the end of the year, we're going to be doing it because we're going to be celebrating the films of the two brothers. Because I love their fucking movie.
The Coen brothers, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to separate them. We're going to do first Coen brother 1 month and then the other brothers the next
well,
one.
They don't share a birthday month, so we have to.
Their brothers are not twins. So, but to me, the computer noises are themselves musical, not by tone, by abstraction.
Oh, to me, they're just like
New York City.
nails on chalkboard.
I thought it was New York City. I seem to remember that. I haven't seen the movie in years, but that movie had a huge impact on me. I fucking love that. It's your typical fish out of water story where this fucking cowboy cop goes up north and has to work with the New York City boys. And then he learns a little bit from them and they actually learn something from him. That's back when movies would do that, where you would see one character have an impact on the other, both ways. But since the 80s, it's like if you have somebody conservative with liberals in a movie, the conservative always learns from the liberals, but never the other way around, ever. And I've always thought that was kind of weird. And that's back when I was a liberal. Tangerine Dream had Prophet 5 that had the ARPs, not the AARPs, but the ARPs, a digital computer system called GDS that Krumar invented for them to use. I will say this. What I like about Tangerine Dream is it opened the door for Vangelis.
Yeah. In fact, this soundtrack sometimes sounds like Vangelis.
There are certain moments with the synths. Yeah, it really does. But there's something contextually better to me in the way Vangelis does it.
It's cleaner. His sound is cleaner. And his music in general is more harmonious.
What was it I heard not too long ago? Somebody put something. Oh, what was it? Chariots of Fire. Song is actually a children's song. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. It's so fucking weird. I'm not seeing it here, but there was a video on YouTube that I saw that the guy showed it and then played the children's song. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, now I can't unhear that.
Oh my God, Chernetsky. Dude.
Yeah, I can't find the answer. It's a children's song. Yeah, it's sad that we lost him. For example, the synth track Trap Feeling didn't make into the final cut, but was replaced by another track from their Tangerine Dream 79 album, Force Majeure, called Through Metamorphic Rocks. And anecdotally, there was a song in Blade Runner that was actually from a previous album, Memories of Green, from Vangelis. It was actually from another album, and he put it in the soundtrack. Oh, froze. Yeah. Wait. Hey, John the Beagle. What's up? John the Beagle Dad. What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's it. We're at the 2-hour mark. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. No, it's because I like that. Gambit, Snorty, and Run, Davy Dread, Slasher Fred, Anthony Manzano. Someone's a little Italian. Penny, Anthony Manzano mentioned twice. You like him so much, you put him on there twice. That's really cool, Martin. Venkman's Girl, Connie Cleary, E. Clay Thomason, James Jameson, D. Bud Martin, Sox Bulletin, Shinatsky, and, of course, Tim. Oh, and Helen Place. There we go. That is so strange. You put it right before Penny and then after Penny. So your name back home will be Anthony Manzano. Isn't that the name of the bridge? Manzano Bridge? No. Maranzano. The Maranzano Bridge. Yeah, that's right.
Manzano in Spanish is the name of the apple tree.
Why didn't they just say apple tree?
I didn't invent the language, so
just that word sounds better. Apple tree. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. Gonna be talking about a really good film tomorrow. Of the films we talked this week, it's my favorite film, and that is To Live and Die in L.A.
It's my favorite too.
They got a new wave band to do the soundtrack, and it really was good. Yeah. And they even had one of my other favorite songs by them, Dance Hall Days, is in the movie. Oh, that's right. He's going to be doing Baldur's Gate later. I can hardly wait to see him get his ass kicked by that game.
Oh, no, it's not the game. It's mainly my fault. Well, it was his fault for letting me play with him.
It's his inability to aim and his inability to dodge bullets that gets him killed normally.
No, in Baldur's Gate, no, you don't aim.
No,
and you cannot dodge. But
I've never watched it because it's way
yes, you did.
From that time. I did.
When the first time he played alone, remember, and he got into the bar with the
that game, yeah. A lot of walking and talking with this one, yeah.
We're waiting.
Look who's making the show go long. You two. Don't you ever give me shit again.
I know what I want.
Hey, we're going to get out of here.
Computer. I'm scared of Rocket Kitty. She's crazy.
I'm not. I've got nothing to say to that. That a BB gun won't take care of. Hey, we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a good Friday. Don't forget, later, John's going to be playing a video game with Martin. And if you are online after that's over, you can always flip over and check out what Doomcock's doing on Friday Night Frolics. Later in the evening, you've got Loki and Snow doing their show. Hey, Connie, thank you.
Thanks very much, Connie.
Now we can really feel the love tonight. Elton John.
Everybody knows that gay shit is written by Elton John.
Well, the music's written by him. I can't remember who wrote the lyrics on that one. It wasn't Bertie Taupin. I'll tell you that. Who wrote that lyrically?
I don't know, but we have a petition here.
Yeah, there's a fat chance I'm going to be able to catch her when she's like that. Sorry, Tim, not tonight.
Not tonight. Sorry, buddy. All right, we're out of here, guys. Bye now.
Pity for you.
Bye.
Did you say titty?
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.